Ladies and gentlemen, we are back live, and for good reason too. I'm not gonna lie, there was a second there yesterday when I was thinking that maybe I shouldn't be doing these Phoenix Rising previews and reviews because apparently I'm just bad luck whenever I talk about things. And then we wound up going on and winning in stoppage time 4-2 on a day where Phoenix Rising did not play their best game. They still pulled it out in the end. That's the sign of a great team. And winning in stoppage time.
Shoot, I should
4-2.
probably.
Oh, you're good. You're good, man. You're good. So, in case you didn't just see him, we've got a guest with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Vanderplas is here with us. Mike, how you doing, man?
Good, dude. Tired after yesterday.
Yeah, seriously. I actually I woke up and I was just like, okay, can I go back to sleep for a little bit, just a little bit more? But babies don't allow that to happen. They don't care about that. And of course, we're joined by somebody else. You know him, you love him, you order all of his posters. His name's Matthew McFadden. Matthew, how you doing?
I'm actually really good. I think I did the usual thing that I did during the Phoenix Rising game and fall asleep during the second half. So unfortunately, I missed those 3 goals, but woke up to see the result and was absolutely overjoyed. Like you said, it wasn't the best performance, but somehow got it.
And you know what?
Happy days.
No, I mean, Matthew, that's the sign. Like I was just saying, it's the sign of a great team that you don't play your best, and yet somehow you still pull it out in the end. It's exactly what it is. Pancake, good to see you in here, man. But guys, let's go ahead and I'm going to read off some stats for you here. So yesterday, final score was 4-2. Amadou Dia, of course, scored the winner in the 94th minute.
Dia Gang 13.
Yeah, Dia Gang 13, baby. And then, of course, Asante wound up getting 2 penalties in the match. But 4 goals in total on 27 shots, with 11 of those being on target. 61% in possession to the 39%. We had 473 passes to their 318, with a pass accuracy of 83%. We had 6 total fouls. We were not given any cards. Portland was given 2 cards on 10 fouls. We were offsides once, and we had 9 total corners in the match. Which I won't lie, there was a couple of times on corners where I was like, why aren't we just trying to put it into the box? Because there's definitely a couple times that 10 likes and Andrew does the Dia dance. You know what? I will do the Dia dance for 10 likes. I can promise you that, Matthew. Carl, good to see you in here, man. Good to see you.
I think they took that dance to Old Town yesterday. They were. I saw. I was hanging out afterwards, and a few of the FC Tucson guys came up. They got 2 weeks off. They were looking to party last night.
Yeah, with the 2 weeks off coming up, I don't blame them either. Go relax for a little bit. I know that Adam said he's going up to Sedona. Him and his lady. I'm sure a lot of guys are going to go out and go try and just relax and just getting a couple weeks off. And I mean, Mike, that's actually something that we'll talk about a little bit later. But after the break, we'll have Flemings and Lambert back. So Carl, the magnets, it will take a little bit, especially coming across the ocean. But it's definitely on the way. I can guarantee you that. Even here, it took a couple of weeks to get when I ordered mine. I'd celebrate leaving Tucson too. I mean, Aaron, yeah, I would too. I mean, it's Tucson.
Yeah.
But Michael, so let's talk about the first half first. First half wound up being 1-1. We got a penalty, and I do think that it was rightfully a penalty from everything that I saw.
Yeah.
But I mean, we had our first goal scored against us in open play in a very long time.
Yeah.
So give me your thoughts on the first half.
We were really bad defensively. I don't know what happened on that goal. Cochran, I don't know what was going on there. And then Lubin was too far out, and it was a mess, dude. It was a mess. But we've been defensively sound for 8 weeks, 2 months. So I guess lapses happen.
Yeah.
But they pulled it out, yeah.
No, and Michael, that's what I noticed specifically too, was it felt like a lot of times we were caught out of position.
Yeah.
When they were hitting on the counter. I mean, they definitely had more opportunities to score from open play than I've seen in a long time recently.
Yeah.
Whether that's down to Farrell that wasn't in the lineup, or what, I don't know what it was, but it was not a great defensive first half. Matthew, same question to you. What were your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, the first half was kind of sort of back and forth, really. Like, we still had a bit of that firepower. Asante missed what can only be described as absolute setter. I've no idea how that didn't go in. Even the keeper didn't bother diving. He just stood there like, nope, that's going to go in. I think he was more surprised than the rest of us, actually.
Yeah.
Like Michael said, we're open at the back quite a lot, which isn't really what you'd expect from Phoenix. And I don't know what Zach was doing for that goal. I just saw him about 20 yards off his line. I've seen it back once or twice, and I was thinking, yeah, it's a bit risky for him, to say the least, and he scored a goal from it. But yeah, first half was kind of back and forth. I think for the first 25 minutes, especially, we looked better, but they really sort of got into the game towards halftime.
I mean, so my thoughts on the first half were basically just we were not very good defensively, and then attacking wise, I was slightly confused as to what we were trying to do at times. But at the same time, every single time we attacked, we looked threatening, which is weird. It's like I was confused as to what we were doing, but every single time we attack, it's like I'm pretty sure we're going to score.
Yeah, on that one that Solo took, he kicked it right at the keeper.
Yeah.
Dude, like
literally put it anywhere else but where he did, and it's in without a question. Even if he probably put it another inch to the right, it probably deflects off of the keeper and in.
Baby Bajak made the joke yesterday. He said Farrell and Mala is a green chemistry line. Cochran and Mala is a red chemistry line.
No, and honestly, like, that very well might be it. Maybe they just haven't had the opportunity to play a lot together, and so they weren't very comfortable together at the back. I don't know, but
they're very similar players. I don't think you play those two next to each other very often. But obviously, you had to yesterday because Farrell was on the red card. But yeah,
no, and that's very true. So I mean, you know what? I mean, at the end of the day, we still pulled out the win, and we're about to get into the second half here. But yeah, the back line was definitely left things shaky. But let me tell you what, there was another goal that was the Calistri had a chance to finish. It was after some great team play from like basically our entire attacking three. And then Mustafa put in a really good ball to Calistri, and Calistri headed it, and the keeper made an amazing, amazing save on that shot. I mean, the header, it would have been a phenomenal goal on that header, but damn, it just wound up that the keeper had a pretty damn good game. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but second half, 1-1. I think it was the 48th minute. It was either the 47th or 48th minute. We wind up seeing another open play goal against Phoenix, and it was kind of due to some luck. I mean, the Portland got a little bit of a lucky deflection for it to fall right back to one of their guys, and they wound up putting it away. But the game isn't always all about skill, and they took advantage of their chances. They went up 2-1. I mean, Matthew, what were you thinking when you saw that when they went down 2-1?
I'll be honest, I was thinking we're not going to win this year because, like you said in the first half, there was just something wrong about the back four in terms of their positioning on the counter attack. What I noticed was it seems like Shantz has gotten his fullbacks to be a lot more involved further up the pitch. Like what I've noticed quite a few games is that the fullbacks are running up and down and up and down. They've got tons of energy, but they don't seem to see the ball too much. But we saw the complete opposite of that. Really, I think it was Yeltsin Mustafa that set up the chance for joy, and obviously they are getting 2 goals. Which
our fullbacks
a little bit more vulnerable in the counter attack. So I think that was probably the reason as to why they had so many chances. But yeah, the second goal from them was just a bit of an annoying goal. And like you said, not every goal has to be, straight from the training ground, which is one thing that I kind of feared about Phoenix, was that every single goal that you see is either a penalty or a really well worked goal. And in this game, when those chances weren't really working out, I was thinking, we're actually going to get an equaliser here, because it just seems like we're getting no luck, especially with how good that keeper's been. So yeah, when the second goal went in, I was thinking, great, that's probably the winning streak ended. But fortunately, that was different.
Yeah. I mean, Michael, same question to you. I mean, we went down 2-1. I mean, were you thinking, okay, let's just try and get the draw, or what were your thoughts in that moment?
I thought we would end up with a draw at that point. 2-2, we weren't playing well. I figured that it was probably going to end up in a draw. Like the 90th minute, I said something about picking up 13 points in a month isn't bad at all.
No.
Out of 5 games, but then Dia just picked up the team, put them on his shoulders.
Yeah.
So we're going 8 in a row.
And guys, if you follow me on Twitter, you have to go find the solo performance from Amadou Dia to score the goal, to equalize it 2-2. That was genuinely one of the best individual goals I think that I have ever seen in person, and probably is the best individual goal I have ever seen in person. He outworked everybody, just made 3 people look silly, and then 5 hold the keeper. Like
Wan-Bissaka has a Dia poster on his wall.
Yes. No, facts. That's a fact right there. Aaron did say that the header would have been goal of the week, though. You can't really fault Calistri for that. I mean, you also have to say that the keeper made a phenomenal save, too. So that it would have been goal of the week for sure. But Dia now winds up with goal of the week because that genuinely was one of the best individual goals like I've ever seen, to go past everybody he did. Aaron, I know you said Khaleesi. I'm sorry. But so went 2-2. We were going into stoppage time. They wound up having a player go down in stoppage time, and everybody was kind of getting angry because they're like, hey, why is he wasting time down here? And basically almost instantaneously after the guy has to get off the pitch, we wound up going down. A little bit of a 1-2 between oh my gosh, who was the 1-2 with? It wasn't with Aguinaga, because Aguinaga had just come off. But it was somebody, and then Solo put in the cross, and then Dia just rose above everybody else and put in a great header, put us up 3-2. And then we wound up getting a penalty due to Adam working hard, getting down despite having run for almost 100 minutes total for the game, and just winds up beating everybody, showing the hard work that Adam has shown all year, winning the penalty, and Solo gets another penalty, puts us up 4-2, and we win 4-2, increase our goal differential a little bit more.
45 goals in the first half of the season.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
The record's like 87 or something like that for goals in a season. Reno had it a few years ago. I think we have a chance of breaking that record. Rick got mad at me for bringing it up last year. They had that autograph day or whatever, and I was like asking him, and he's like, yeah, some guy was like telling me we could break the goal record, and I was like, they got to chill out. And I was like, Yeah, I don't know who that asshole is.
Who is that guy? Who's
Yeah.
that guy?
I think Matt was right. I think it was Wheeler that started that one too.
Yes, Matthew, I do think that you're right. I think it was Andrew Wheeler. But honestly, the fact that we did not play a great match and then we pull out that magic in the stoppage time, you can't ask for anything more. I mean, Michael, what were your thoughts heading into stoppage time, and then the instant that we just took the lead? What were your thoughts?
Dude, they must have had one of those dollar beers saved. Somebody said that during the pregame speech for the last dollar beer night game that Rick pulled one out of his pocket and like said we don't lose on dollar beer night. He must have just had another one in his pocket and like popped it in like the 88th minute or something like that. Like save some magic up or something. I don't know. Because that was insane. 2 goals in stoppage time to win that game.
2 goals within 3 minutes of each other too.
Yeah.
And it
wasn't.
It was within 2 minutes of each other. I
mean, we had 5 minutes of stoppage time, and I think the first goal came in the 4th minute of stoppage time.
Yeah. Didn't we technically have 3 minutes, and it wound up being that like just they added on the extra time because of the injury?
Yeah,
that happened.
There might have been some Billy Forbes jokes coming out of our section after that, because the guy was number 7, but that guy didn't run over the end line.
You know what? That's true. That's true. So, I mean, guys, I think that Aaron's on to something here. Coming this summer, HBO's new hit drama Was It Wheeler? We could just go ahead and say we should create the HBO new hit drama for the entire Phoenix Rising season. And it's basically going to be like All or Nothing, but it's just going to be called All because all Phoenix Rising does is win, and especially on Dollar Beer Night. So maybe the title of it will be Dollar Beer Night.
Mm-hmm.
We could just call
it. Vegas tried to take our idea and make it $2 tequila month or whatever, and they already lost. They lost their second game.
Bunch of bitches.
Yeah,
we already knew that though. Matthew, I know that you wound up watching everything this morning, but go ahead and give me your thoughts on, just the absolute insanity that was the stoppage time.
Well, yeah, like you could kind of tell that a goal was coming, but it was just a case of who was going to score because both teams were going at it. Like, I remember the commentator saying there's definitely going to be a goal here, and yeah, there was only 3 minutes added on. Might have been a couple more because of that injury, but in the last. Would have been the last minute. It was like 93 minutes and 40 seconds. Dia popped up out of nowhere getting a brace. I think that was the first ever game that he'd scored in about 2 years. So good for him to actually get, not just 1 goal but 2 goals. And the second one be the most important goal of the game. And then right after that, Adam Jan. Thing with Adam Jan is even though he doesn't score, or even though he didn't score today, he was helping his team out all the time. There was quite a few instances where the service to him just wasn't great. You could see how annoyed he was visibly. Like there was one chance of, I think it was Solo who tried to give it to him. It was Solo who, was either Solo or one of the midfielders, who basically tried to chip the keeper or something like that. And you could see just how pissed off Adam was. Like he was just shouting at him.
Yeah.
But ends up winning penalty with, the trademark Adam Jan work rate. And Solo pretty much stealing a hat trick from the left back. In top corner.
I will say this: that penalty was about as good of a penalty as you could possibly take.
Penalty.
Like, it didn't put a lot of power into it, but literally, I don't think he could have gone any more top right than that. Like,
his top corners against that.
It went into the bucket that was on the top right. And that bucket was about the size of a soccer ball. Can't deny that one. But I mean, guys, we were kind of talking about it a little bit off air. We all love Solo. Solo is the heart and soul of the team. He's the MVP. But there was definitely a couple times yesterday where I think we all kind of noticed that he was definitely trying to take the game over maybe a little bit too much. I mean, do you guys feel the same? Like, is that exactly how you feel? I mean, Mike, I'll come to you first on that. I mean, what were your thoughts on Solo and his performance yesterday?
Yeah, I think he had a pretty good performance. He scored the 2 goals. They were penalties. I I think that, yeah, Solo has like an insane amount of chances created. He has like almost leads the league in assists or something like that.
Oh, he
I
does.
Sometimes,
He's assist leader.
yeah. Sometimes he tries to do like way too much when there's an easy pass to be made. He tries to take on defenders or whatever.
Yes.
I think, yeah, if he looked for the extra pass a little bit more, I think he would. He's already a great player. It would just take him to a next level. He's probably the MVP in the league already, so I don't know how you get better than that. But
No, and that's the thing. I mean, Michael, I 100% agree. It's like Solo, he does so much for the team. I'm not saying anything negative about him whatsoever. But there was definitely a couple of times yesterday where I feel like he tried to put the team on his shoulders too much. And instead of sometimes finding the easy pass, and there was a couple of times, and Aaron can testify to this. I even mentioned there was a couple of times he could have sent Mustafa down the right-hand side, or he could have sent Dia down the left-hand side, and he just didn't make the easy pass and instead tried taking on people and wound up losing the ball or taking a bad shot. And you know what? Sometimes, I will say this, I will take a guy that will do everything he can to put the team on his shoulders over a guy that is afraid to take that chance at the end of the game.
Yeah, for sure. He should have let Dia take the penalty, though.
Oh, 100%. He should have let Dia take the penalty. I mean, Matthew, how do you feel about it? I mean, I know that you had to watch everything back, but I mean, did you notice the same things, and what were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, like you kind of saw, not today, but last night. The thing with Solo is he tried to do, the Hollywood pass or that, really risky chance every single time. When sometimes you just got to keep it simple, like you said, give the ball to Mustafa more. Like, I've barely seen Mustafa touch the ball for Phoenix, apart from, running up and down the pitch all the time. But yeah, there was a few chances where obviously, like I said, the coach probably said to the fullbacks, right, get forward a lot more when you see you actually, creating chances and setting up 1 or 2 goals and maybe even scoring yourself. And we saw it on the left-hand side a lot with Dia, but on the right-hand side, you only saw it very, very occasionally with Mustafa. And I think part of that is due to the fact that Solo was perhaps trying a little bit too hard with his passing. Don't get me wrong, like, he still had a good game, got 2 goals. But that just shows the standards that we set up. Because, let's face it, he's almost too good for the league in some regards. Like, I know nothing about the rest of the USL, but he's the best player in the USL.
Oh, that's an absolute fact. He is 100% the best player in the USL. Like Michael mentioned, he is one of the league leaders in chances created. He is the assist leader. He now has 9 assists on the year.
And he's the Golden Boot winner.
And he's the Golden Boot leader. Like, at this point, like the what Solo does for this team, it is just absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, I'm not gonna fault the guy. I will say though that sometimes he does do a couple of things where I'm like, if you did that little bit like that, like kind of like Matthew was saying, send Mustafa, down the line, or on the easier pass, like, and he does do that too. But there's times where like we kind of get into a little bit tighter of positions, and instead of doing the easy thing, he tries to do the hard thing. And I almost feel like he does that because he's like, I am better than everybody else. And I actually, to an extent, can really respect that kind of mentality of, you know what, I'm better than everybody else in this league, so I'm going to try something a little bit extra. Why not? But last but not least, I mean, we should just talk about the performance of Amadou Dia, a guy that has been with Phoenix Rising since the beginning, a guy that you could probably make the argument that he maybe is the team captain alongside of Solo, if not the team captain. I mean, that guy lives and breathes everything about Phoenix Rising, and I cannot say enough good things about Amadou Dia. Michael, I know you've got the hashtag DiaGang13.
Yeah.
You go ahead and talk to me about Mr. Amadou Dia.
Yeah, that's my buddy Fredo's hashtag is hashtag DGang 2013 or 2013 13. You got to say hashtag though. But yeah, so Dia came in. The first game that he played was the one against was Drogba's premiere, and he kind of like showed up Drogba in his debut, and Drogba scored the winner in that game. Like Dia was all over the place. Let's see. So yeah, he's been with us for like a year and a half now. He's a fan favorite. The nicest guy you can meet off the pitch. When he gets onto the pitch, he's kind of a yellow card magnet, kind of aggressive tackles. But you love to see it, man.
Oh, absolutely. Like Amadou, we all love Amadou Dia here at Phoenix Rising, and he is somebody that is the definition of a fan favorite. Dylan, really quick. So, do I watch MLS a lot? So, I'm going to be honest, I don't watch a lot of MLS because I actually find it to be relatively boring. I think that the USL is the far superior product right now. There is a couple of teams that, if they're on, I'll watch them. Atlanta United being one of them, LAFC being another one. I'll watch a couple of teams, but for the most part, like, unless it's just on while I'm watching something, I really don't watch the MLS. But yes, I'm pretty sure everybody here saw Rooney's goal the other day for DC United. That was he is the best at that. He really is. He knows his strength when it comes to his kicks, and he can put in a goal from the halfway line literally at any time.
Yeah, I was watching that game live. I was making the joke that it was the Rooney Nani derby because they were playing Orlando City. But yeah, that goal was just insane.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was that was just one of those goals that it makes you realize how great Wayne Rooney actually is.
I got that like extremely wrong because when he moved to the MLS, like a lot of people come to the MLS and don't do well because it's a more physical league. It's a less technical league. Like you're pretty much just beating the crap out of each other, right? Mm-hmm. And Rooney has never been in the best of shape. So I thought coming over in his mid-30s that the league would kind of just mess him up, you know. But he came over and like he had that goal last year that was like that went viral, that he won the ball back, sent a cross in from like over the halfway line for the goal for the winner. Like he's been tearing this league apart.
Oh yeah, he has been absolutely tearing the MLS apart. It's not even a question like how good he actually is still.
He's doing what Zlatan was supposed to do for LA Galaxy, for DC United. He's turning that team around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. So Matthew, I got to ask you. I mean, if you want to answer the stuff about Wayne Rooney, you're welcome to answer that as well. But we got to talk about Amadou Dia. You already know, baby.
He's some boy. Him, I absolutely love him. Like the guy never stops running. He just runs and runs and runs and runs for the full 90. And like Michael said, he's a bit of a yellow card waiting to happen because he presses so high. And he essentially plays as a winger. To be honest, like he's so far up the pitch all the time. But like I said, before that he didn't really get on the ball too much. But with the sort of change of tactics today, you just saw how good he was. Like going on that solo run, beating a few players and slotting it past the keeper, and that's almost trademark Dia now. And don't forget the Dia dance as well. That's probably the highlight of the game.
No, that was the absolute highlight of the game. That individual goal. You're not going to see anything much better than that. Like to beat a guy, then to take that perfect touch to beat the next guy, and then like just to go 5-hole on a keeper.
Like if a striker scores that or a winger scores that, you're thinking bloody hell, that's a good goal. Never mind a left back.
Yeah,
like that's why it should be up there for goal of the season, or in terms of Phoenix Rising's goal of the season. I know we scored quite a few decent goals, but that's got to be up there.
Well, and let's be honest, that really should be the goal of the week this week. Yeah. Unless I see something that is just otherworldly, that there's no way that should not be goal of the week.
So Dia will tell you that he started out as a winger, and he would probably rather be playing on the left wing than left back. They actually played him on the left wing a few times last year, and I thought he played a lot better there. He's not great defensively, but going forward, he's amazing. Kind of the same way with Doumbouya. But I thought when Fleming's left for Jamaica that maybe we could push Dia up to left wing and put one of the FC Tucson guys at left back. Rick didn't go that route, but as you see, it worked out.
Yeah. No, it's definitely worked out. I know that like there was the time in the game that Junior left, the game right before Junior left. We took Junior off, and I want to say it was we put Bjornsson in at the left back spot. I can't remember if it was him or if it was Ledbetter that we put in. But somebody basically went back to the left back spot, and they wound up. Rick moved Dia up to the left wing spot, and I was actually like, okay, well maybe this is the plan going forward. While Junior Flemings is gone, so I mean either way, everything has worked out. We're 5-5 right now. We're 5 in the month of June, and then we've won our last 8 matches. We're closing in on the USL record for most consecutive wins.
What is that? 11?
10. 10 is the record right now, so 11 would beat it. But Dylan, I was actually just about to say Solomon Asante will be the best player Phoenix Rising has. Creates chances, scores goals, works hard all game. Yeah.
So I know our next game is against RGV. It's in Rio Grande, which is kind of a hotbed for draws. It's kind of like going to like Stoke or something like that, where they're going to play defensively. And then Austin Bold. So if we can win both those games, both of them will be extremely tough to get wins from it. But we could set the record for wins with those two. Tulsa Roughnecks away is the third one that would break the record. Tulsa's been pretty bad recently, as we saw.
Yeah. Matthew, just so you know, it's 9 assists now.
Even better then.
Yeah.
I mean, I've underestimated the boy.
Yeah. No, Solo is just I wouldn't say he only even plays right wing too. I would say he kind of can play as a 10. He could play the left wing. He could be a false 9. Like he is not just a one position type guy. Like he could really play all over the pitch. Honestly, that's the reason why he probably is our best player. Dylan is he isn't limited to just one position. He can play all over the pitch. But guys, let's go ahead and let's wrap this up. So Matthew, I'm going to come to you first. Give me your final thoughts on the match and what your thoughts are on the little bit of the break we're about to get here.
Yeah, it's going to be a sad 2 weeks not having any football on, especially with Man United not playing any games. But you know what? It's a good way to end it. Still 8 games running, won every single one of them. I think the record was 10 in a row in USL history, set back I think a couple of years ago. So if we can win 3 more games, then that's it. We've got the record. And to be honest, who would really bet against us now? No one.
Well, and the thing, Matthew, we're about to get Junior Flemings and Kevon Lambert back.
Exactly. So they'll be back on the 19th. So not for the RGV game. Well, it depends. If they go to the final like they're supposed to, they would be playing in the U.S. in the semifinal, so they might be going home a little bit early. But I don't think they'd be back for the RGV game. But the game on the 19th, they'd be back for.
Gotcha. Now, who do they play in this next round of the Gold Cup?
Okay, so the USA plays Curacao. So Jamaica plays Panama.
That sounds right. In fact, that is right. They play Panama.
Yeah.
So I mean, that should be an interesting game too. Panama are no slouches, that's for sure. But Jamaica should win that. They really should. But anyways, yeah, just we have to do that. We have to throw the quotes around 5'2", because as you know, heights can be exaggerated at times.
He's very close. He's probably close to 5 foot even.
And I mean, listen. I mean, when I could tell you maybe if I stand next to him how tall he is, but I can tell you this: he's definitely not 6'4". That Matthew, that's the picture we have to get. Is we have to get a picture with you with Solo.
No, it should be a picture of Solo, but then just the torso of me, like he's cropped out in the neck.
Oh man.
I mean, listen. However you want the picture, buddy, we can make it happen.
It's pretty funny. One of the people who's like pretty close to the players has told us that he doesn't like coming around to do high fives after the game because the supporter section is lifted up, right?
Yeah,
it's on razors, and he says that his arm hurts after he comes through, like legit, like because
I saw him yesterday. He was pointing to right here. He was like when he was pointing to the stands. He was like, "I'm done today, guys. Like right here, I could just it hurts."
You know what was one of the best moments of the season? When Adam Jan scored and he had to kneel down to hug him. That was one of the most wholesome moments in Phoenix Rising.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to go and we almost caught Adam John on fire.
That too.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah.
I mean, that we could blame the Banditos for that one, though. That wasn't your guys' fault. That was definitely the Banditos' fault.
Dude, so I'm celebrating the win yesterday. I turn around and I see Joseph Philly Farrell behind me. Dude.
So he just didn't say anything. He just was like, fuck it, I'm gonna be here with you guys.
Yeah. He was. I just turned around and he's celebrating with us. He obviously couldn't play. We had Lambert on a flag last year up in the stadium when he was on a red card. But yeah, I turned around and
damn,
and see Joey Farrell, and I was like,
Mike, you actually broke up there for a second. But no, that is amazing, and it just goes to show what kind of character we have at Phoenix Rising. But Michael, go ahead and give me your final thoughts on the match and what your thoughts are about going into this break.
It was a crazy match, insane. There was dollar beer magic in that game. I don't know how they bottled it and broke it open for this game, but there was definitely dollar beer magic. Going into the break, that's what worries me a little bit because we have had situations where Rick has sent them home for a few days or something, and they come back and they're not as focused as they were before. They're not playing the way that they were before. So that's my only worry. But if it happens, then we've got time to fix it before the playoffs, and you know that you can't do that anymore.
Yep. No, I actually am more worried about the team. Like, I'm not necessarily worried about the team going into the break. I'm actually more worried about them starting to lose some steam as they go further along. Like, they've caught fire so in the middle of the season, and we can only hope that fire continues. It just is that they really are that much better than everybody else. As of right now, that looks like it's the case. It looks like we are just that much better than everybody else. And the reason why I didn't do this is that we are this much better than everybody else.
538 predictions. They're kind of like a math algorithm or whatever, but they don't have us losing a game for the rest of the season. Like, I know that's not going to happen, but yeah, they have us winning every game, not dropping a single point throughout the rest of the season. It just shows how much better we are than most teams.
It really does. Doug, good to see you, man. Hope you're having fun on your vacation right now, man. What top player do you want to see in the MLS in the future? That's actually a fantastic question. I think that Griezmann is the next big name player that I'd say I'd probably want to see in the MLS. See him go play for David Beckham's Inter Miami. That could be fun. But anyways, guys, let's go. We're going to go ahead. We're going to wrap it up there. It was a fantastic match. You really can't complain. We won 4-2 on a night that not a lot went our way. And at the end of the day, we still pulled it out. And it was just absolutely crazy to watch that and be there live for that. You know, just Phoenix is out here doing things right now it is absolutely crazy. And let's hope that this run of form continues and we can beat the record of consecutive wins in the USL Championship.
I think we got it.
George, by the way, good to see you. I had a schedule conflict with Love Island on. Listen, I think you made the wrong choice, man. You could have seen Phoenix Rising talk. Sorry. You made the right choice. Rory, good to see you as well. Sorry that we're wrapping it up here, guys. But, Michael, thank you for joining us. Anything you want to shout out, man?
Arizona Soccer Radio, so Justin doesn't kill me.
I'm very proud of you right now, buddy. I'm very proud of you.
We're on Twitter at AZ Soccer Radio.
At AZ Soccer Radio, guys. Go check them out. I love their show, and I can't wait to join them at some point in time when I'm not traveling all over the place. But then Matthew, I mean, you're here too. You make posters and stuff, I guess.
Yeah, you guess I do.
Listen, I know how to sell in this business. So yeah.
Matthew dropping the Twitter handle on there. Thank you.
That's right. But Matthew, genuinely though, guys, Matthew makes these posters. They're amazing. I've got more of them all throughout my room here. So you got to go buy one. You got to at least have one. And Rory,
also, for the entire month of July, I'm going to be doing everything 15% off because I just decided that just there. So enjoy.
There you go. There you go.
And it's definitely not because my sales are low.
No, irrelevant.
Not at all.
But guys, so Rory, I wanted to answer your question. If you go look back at yesterday, we actually did talk about the Aaron Wan-Bissaka signing. It's literally titled Manchester United sign Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Go check it out. And we also talked about potential future signings as well. So go check that out. If you want to see the preview for this game where we talked about how we were going to dominate Portland Timbers, it's also there for yesterday. But gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me. I can't wait to get you guys back on. It's gonna be a little bit of a break here, so we might not have a lot of content here on the Red Bearded Red channel unless we make some more signings. But we'll see what we can do. But really, thank you to everybody that joined us live, and I really do hope that you all have a great night, a great day wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. Keep doing you, because I love you guys, and you guys are awesome. We'll catch you later.